Now, we're going to the concert, these are waiting, blah, blah, blah. And then all I hear is like a bang. Then people are like breaking in, like they're trying to get in. Obviously, people with no tickets and stuff, yeah? But people are like pushing, doing this. So obviously, I dropped back, yeah?
Listen,
I've
got my missus, him, my missus' brother. They're all like, no, this is the bit about it that kind of pissed me off with you, like, yeah. Because I've said I'm going. They're looking at me laughing like, where's this guy going? He's not getting in. What's he doing? I'm like, what? Like, you lot come with me. They're like, look at this mug. He's not going anywhere. Eventually, long story short, I've got in. These lot are all hanging about. I'm like, do you know what? You lot are never going to be successful in life. You've driven all the way from North London to South London to not get in. I'm like, I can't roll with you.
Yeah, but there's a way.
You ain't going nowhere.
There's credentials. There's a way of doing things.
Bro, I got in.
You had no class.
It's irrelevant.
You lacked class. You
didn't get in.
If you're going to do something, do it with class.
Brent, are we good to go? All right, perfect. All right. Let's roll. All right, today's show is brought to you by OMRG Motors, the vehicle sourcing specialist. So, save thousands on your next car purchase with competitive APR rates as low as 9.8%. OMRG Motors are unrivaled by most main dealers. I repeat, most main dealers cannot match their rates. OMRG Motors has a broad lending panel that covers prime to subprime lenders. All that means is that even if you think your credit is poor as, they still just might be able to help you get that whip you've always wanted. You've had more CCJs and BJs in your life? Give OMRG a call. They might still be able to help you. Less credit than a spotty teenager with his first pay-as-you-go phone? Give OMRG a call. They might still be able to help you. Bless your cotton socks. If you've got about the same financial trust as 10 Ivan Tonys, give OMRG a call. They might be able to get you approved. So OMRG is so confident in their rates that if you find a lower APR elsewhere, they'll match the savings and sort you £250 in cash. Use discount code ONELEAGUE to get £100 cash back on your next car purchase. Rate so low, it'll make you say OMRG. Find more information at OMRG Motors on Insta, website, omrgmotors.co.uk. All right, let's get this rolling.
That was a very...
I'm good at this.
I'm
good at this. I don't know.
They're like the phone companies and that. Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
It's my calling.
We're back.
Do your intro, mate. Do your intro.
What's wrong with the intro?
I'm just saying, do your intro.
One league. Got our third guest, Billy Knott. Big player.
Used to be. I say used to be. You can't start like that. Big player, man.
Big player.
I feel like even that used to be is loaded, but I'm sure we're going to find out why you would even say that, man. You know what I'm saying?
The guy can put
welcome Billy Knott. Welcome to One League. And I feel like there's so many, like I said on the way here, I was doing my research about you because it's funny when Kel actually said to me, Billy Knott, it's a name I've heard before. No, I'm being real with you. It's a name I've heard before. And I was like, Billy Knott. And then obviously doing the research, I was like, oh, okay, being in and around football, never fully playing myself, but being in and around it, it's a name that definitely rings bells. So talk to us, man. Where, how, why did it start?
How long we got?
Hey, listen, you got the floor.
We got a couple hours.
Yeah, so Billy Knott, 30, live in Canvey, Ireland, Essex.
It's actually an island, isn't it?
Yeah. We're in Ireland.
Yeah, I remember I drove around it the other day. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah. Not everyone's allowed in there.
No, but yeah, started at start from the bottom.
Yeah, what was that? Was it like a local team?
Yeah. So Canvey Orient and Concord, where I'm at now. So
wait, Concord got a youth team, yeah?
They did have back in the day, and then it was Canvey Orient, so it's sort of them two.
Okay.
So yeah, so my missus son plays for the youth team now.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Like kids and that. So they're big in the youth team. But yeah, I started up there, and then when I was 6, it's mad. So when I was 6, you know, you had the old scouts with the big jackets.
Yeah.
As soon as they come with a big jacket, you knew, the scouts here.
A man said the longer the jacket, the better the scout. The higher the scout.
So I was 6, I was playing for them, and yeah, as a kid, I was not big-headed, but it's like scary good.
Yeah?
Like, scary good. So I went West Ham.
Wait, what foot? Left foot, right?
Left foot. The right one's standing on, but the left foot's that good.
It's one of them. Yeah, okay, yeah.
But yeah, left-footed. So I was at 6 and someone comes to my old man and said, like, we want to bring him in. And it's under 9s, I think it was back in the day, when you went in properly.
Yeah, that's what you have to
So I was like 6. So we've gone there, had a trial, whatever, they was like, yeah. We went there from like, I played upper age group. So I was like, John Joe Shelby was in the team above and stuff like that.
Oh, he was at West
John
Ham as
Joe,
well.
yeah. His dad was our young manager as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I played upper age. And then it was good at West Ham. It was ledge because I was the top dog and like, it was ledge. Like, you're coming up, you're just playing football, buzzing about and that.
So hold on, what was it? All right. So West Ham obviously would have been like the biggest team locally, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that was close to us. Yeah.
That's close to you,
40 minutes, 30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, were there like any other teams knocking about? Because obviously my boy is in academy football now as well.
Yeah, so I was at, obviously Southend's the closest to us.
Yeah.
But they was in like League One, Championship, bouncing
Okay.
about. But then you got them, then I went to like, where did we go? So we've done that West Ham, and then this is like me not being big. I can say it now because we're getting older and that. But
yeah.
But like for instance, like the Man U was playing one game, youth team, so the older boys, and Ferguson was watching at Jabal Heath or Little Heath, one of them.
Yeah.
So Ferguson was watching, and my old man used to be one of them. Where it was chilled, just go to the end of the pitch and just stand there. No talking crap. If you're having a bad game, you're having a bad game. Like, and then you get some parents, my son, all this.
Yeah.
So my dad's chilling there. Ferguson taps him on the shoulder. Son's got a bit, blah, blah, blah. Dad's never told me what he actually said in that. But no, my mum told me, my dad passed, we'll get onto that later, but my dad passed about 6 months ago or whatever. Mum told me and I was just like, fuck, why didn't he tell me?
Yeah.
I've been rolling around the infant school.
Hey, that is a
That's probably
claim
why.
to fame,
That's
mate.
probably why he didn't tell you.
Oh,
Yeah,
what you say? They didn't want to like big
Yeah, he
headed
didn't
sort
want
of
them
thing.
to. Yeah, he just.
But it was that was mad. But then, so we moved to Spain. So my mum's got an illness. It basically makes your like bones weaker and that.
Okay.
But the sun helps you.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So we
So you
moved.
like more vitamin
So
D
we've
and
gone to we're at West Ham, and we've asked them to release us or something. 'Cause I don't know the ins and outs, so don't.
Was this because you was moving to Spain?
Yeah. So basically,
So what age is this? I don't know. Roughly.
9, 10.
Okay, so it's still 9, 10. Okay.
Yeah, so we're young. My little brother's 3 years younger. So we've gone out. We had to get like a signed thing. So if we went over to Spain, we could play for people and all that. So we went to Madrid.
Wow.
So yeah, so we've
Like,
gone over.
Wait, you went where?
Flipping out.
Wait. What? Wait.
Real
Hold on.
Madrid.
You don't
Hey.
drop names like that.
Hey, Galactico out here. That's Galactico.
He said Madrid, like there ain't other like Madrid's like bro, this is mad.
And these around the times, obviously, like I saw Beckham's there these times and that.
Beckham, Zidane,
Ronaldo.
Figo, all of them.
Raul.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got
Nice.
man kissing.
Mad,
Yeah,
mad,
bro,
mad.
you know this.
So we've gone over there, and obviously we've gone on trial or whatever. So we was over there for a year living.
Okay.
So we went there for a trial for 4 weeks. So I'm there, we're training and that, and this is ledge for my brother as well. So my brother's like 3 years younger, like I said. So he's like 6 now.
Mm.
So they go to him like, oh, does he want to train? Like obviously he's buzzing about me and all
Yeah.
that. So I'm training, doing whatever. So they let him train. So he's training. So me, mum and dad are watching it. Zidane's there. Zidane's son's training with my brother.
Nah, that's
Now, so we're like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I mean?
mad, man.
So obviously we got a top, and I looked at my tops when Cal said to me about getting the tops out. So I've got like the boxes in the at my mum's house.
Yeah.
So I've got the boxes out and still got this shirt. I'll send a picture. It's like this big, my little brother's shirt with Zidane on the back and Zidane's signature. It's
That-
mad.
Oh,
Nah,
you're
that's-
joking. Oh, no, all right. So
Man's doing
that's
that from
happening.
10.
You're 9, 10, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you aware of who Zidane is at that age?
I am, yeah, and dad is.
Yeah, but
but,
your
like,
little brother
mum's
probably
like-
isn't. Oh, mum's not sure in that.
But she's in football. She played netball, England.
Okay,
So
sick,
yeah,
sick.
so all sporty family, but like, dad's buzzing.
Yeah. But how's that? Can you? You probably can't remember. It's such a long time ago. But are you affected by it? Is that making you want to train better? Is that
I've
making you?
always, yeah, like I know what you're saying. I've always been one of them. Like, I'm one of the people that like see someone famous. I'm not going over and saying,
Yeah,
"Oh,
sick.
follow."
Yeah, that's
Like
me.
that pride that I
Yeah, that's me.
I
That's
was
me.
gonna be like
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't lie, I'm going over there. You know?
You're going over.
I'm going over.
Who you going over for?
Messy facts.
Yeah, that's
Me-
different levels. It's different levels.
Like I'm going over for people that are like when I was a kid, like that were doing things. Especially if I'm like,
Okay, you know it's funny you say that. So it's funny. Like obviously my boy plays football and he was at Arsenal on trial ages ago. Like this was when he was like 8 or whatever.
yeah.
And obviously Beckham's son plays at Arsenal.
Yeah.
So Beckham was in and around like the training ground. and literally you just hear a buzz. Everyone's like, what's going on? What's going on? And then you see everyone just flocking over to Beckham. And I was a little bit like, because my missus, she tapped me on my shoulder. She's like, oh, Beckham. We were like, why do you care so much? But anyway, she's like, oh yeah, we're going to get a picture. So she took her and my daughter went to get a picture, obviously. But I was like, as much as I rate him, as much as I respect him as a footballer, everything, I was like, I'm not going. I just didn't go over there.
Didn't go.
I didn't go.
To be you saying that though with my dad didn't go over there since he's done.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
as a kid,
I
it's
rate
different,
it.
though, I think.
I'm going over now.
No, as a kid,
Yeah.
I'm going over now.
There's no rules.
I'm going over now, bro. I'm not
Sick.
fronted. I'm going over now.
Sick. All right, so Madrid trial, like what
Yeah,
came
so
of that?
basically we was there for 4 weeks, got on well, we didn't see and at that age you got to think you're 9 and like you ain't speaking a language.
Yeah.
And all you want to do is play football, but then there's still that barrier if at that age where you want a mate, innit? Like you want like mates and that, and then they're all clicky because they're all Spanish.
Yeah, it's like you're that
It's like-
outsider sort of thing, isn't it?
So in the end, it just fizzled out. And it was like, no, we don't want to do this. And it was like Madrid, where they put us up, wasn't great either, like living wise. So mum and dad started getting a bit like iffy with it and that.
Yeah.
And then I think after about a year, we was playing local teams or whatever. We was like, no, we'll go back.
Okay.
So we come back, and then it was a madness. West Ham had been relegated from the Prem.
All right.
All my a lot of my coaches left, and there was a lot of interest. So Arsenal, Man U, Everton.
Where was you playing when you come back?
I didn't go nowhere, so I went to Arsenal for 2 weeks. Went to Everton. Going back to it. So Everton, I used to go away on tours with them because you're not on a contract or whatever at that age.
Yeah.
They used to take me on tour.
You look like, I'm not gonna lie, you look like you could have faced for Everton.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Nah, he's got that look, that Everton look.
What is the Everton
Yeah,
look?
Northerners, mate.
Yeah, like he's got that.
I was going away on tour. I was there 2 weeks. I was coming back talking Scouse. My mum was doing a nut, mate. My mum was doing a nut. She was like, "You're not going away with him no more."
I got a Scouse accent in 2 weeks. I love it.
But our team was like, Baxter, Jose.
Yeah.
Chelsea, back to heard a lot about it.
What was the other lad that was at Brentford and that midfielder? Ledge at Leeds as well.
Who's that?
Oh.
He's at Leeds now.
Yeah, holding midfielder. He's been injured for a year, but yeah. And there's a few other good players in the team. Hope Akpan.
Oh, whole pack fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know you.
We had a team, mate.
Was this the Everton team, yeah?
Yeah.
So you went on trial
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, so I went on, no, not trial. So we was going away on
On
tours.
tours, yeah.
So we go away, like 2 weeks. Went to America, 2 weeks, stuff like that. So then, obviously, when we've come back from Madrid, went there for a little bit longer. They offered like bits and bobs or whatever. And then we went Chelsea. And then, yeah, it was just different level. It was just,
Chelsea.
yeah.
Is this when obviously they've got the new
Yes, yeah, so
training complex, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
started when we was at the bottom of Cobham in the huts and that.
Yeah.
And then all the money was coming in though.
Okay.
So Abramovich had just like,
You just
started
taken
doing
over.
it.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I was there in the Umbro kit.
Okay.
So the Umbro back in the day.
What's that, 04, 05 times?
It's got to be. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I know them Crespo
Yeah.
times and them.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're over there then. So then obviously some of my best mates now, like Josh McEachran,
Okay.
Billy Clifford, George Saville,
Yeah.
Ben Sampaio, people like that. They was all in our team. As kids, they all hated me. So obviously when I was at West Ham, we used to have run-ins, mate.
Yeah.
Even at that age, because I was the best then them lot were the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went there, went Chelsea. I was there for, from 10, 11 till 16, 15,
Wow.
16.
Okay.
Trained with the first team a couple of times when it was like Champions Leagues and all that.
Okay. Yeah.
Josh went on to break through. Like he was my digs partner.
Is he still playing, Josh McKay?
Yeah, he's at Oxford,
Okay.
Oxford United.
Sick.
But we was going, it was mad because we was in senior school
Mm.
and we was getting a chauffeur to pick us up from the school after school, school on a Monday. Chauffeur comes, picks you up on Canvey as well. So he comes to Canvey.
All the way, yeah.
Are you
school.
joking?
No, I swear. And well, they call it a driver, but it's a chauffeur, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
a
thought it was a
chauffeur,
chauffeur.
man.
I was
Yeah.
walking out of school and that.
Everyone in your school must be looking
Yeah,
like,
no.
what is going on?
How's
Celebrity,
this
yeah.
happen?
So you go school on a Monday, they pick you up, then we go to near Romford actually to pick Ben Sampaio up. He lived there, and then they take us in. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek was in car school as well. But he's a
Okay.
couple of years younger than me, but anyway. So then they take us in. You train on the Monday evening, stay over in a hotel. You've got to think like we're 12, 13 or whatever it was. Stay in a hotel, train the next morning, stuff like that. Then train Tuesday evening, and I think you went home Tuesday evening and stuff like that. And then
was the chauffeur driving you back home as well?
yeah, of course.
Nah.
do you know, okay, so just serious note for a second, just from somebody that's might be wondering, but what's this doing to your ego? What's this doing to your, like your mentality at that moment?
You can look, on a serious note, it's wrong, but we talk about it now and then you can get to the serious stuff, whereas it's all a buzz and at the time, no different.
Yeah.
But then you're looking at the other kids and you look back at it now and you think that's wrong, mate.
Yeah.
But back then you got to think there wasn't such thing as mental health. Well, there was, but it wasn't.
It wasn't highlighted.
Yeah, it wasn't highlighted.
And people are like getting messed up in the head slowly, which will go on to in the future. But my past, sorry. But it wasn't highlighted enough, and you wasn't grounded enough, and you didn't have them people to talk to enough.
Yeah.
And they have that now, which is much better. Because you think about that, you're getting chauffeured from school at 13, 14. You're living in hotels. You're getting in restaurants.
It's mad because do you know? I always think that. Like, I always think like some of the population, like loads of people out there, they get angry at like footballers especially because they're like, they act like all big and mighty and high and mighty. But if you're being treated big and mighty and high and mighty from the ages of like 11, how else are you meant to act?
Yeah,
it's almost like it's not realistic anymore. Do you know what I'm saying?
And on that note as well, it's few and far between that have all that at their feet and can act normal.
Yeah, who's going to do that?
And if you do, you're not one of the boys in the team, so you're not. And it does happen. They getting clicks.
Yeah,
if you're not in that click.
Yeah,
you're one of them.
Yeah.
And if you're not mentally strong, you're not pushing through.
Yeah, 100%
as well.
100%. Yeah.
But so it is hard, but it's so much better the stuff with mental health and that, and obviously going on to in a bit with the PFA what they do for you and the stuff. If you do reach out, it is out there to get the help now, and it is much better for younger kids now. But like you said, there's much more money in it now.
Of course.
Whereas at that time,
there's money, but like the monthly contract you see now, it's just scary, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
People ain't even kicked a ball yet, and then mad money.
It's crazy, isn't it? So all right. So 12, 13, Chelsea Academy with the
You've gone up to 16. You said
16,
all the way up to 16. Yeah. So what's that? Just pre-scholar?
Yeah. So basically, I got my scholar contract. Had the scholar contract, signed it 1 year scholar, 3 year pro, signed it, seen the monies and that, and it's stupid money.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, it's like you go from obviously the scholar wage, then you don't even look at the scholar wage, do you? You go, where is it? Just turn in the paper.
You're looking for the pro.
And you look at it and you think, like, fucking hell.
Wow.
Like, this is not my life changing. This is like mum and dad sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then me being a donut. So basically, long story short, I slept with a girl. She was 15. I was 16.
Okay.
Something like that. But it wasn't a lot in it. Do you know what I mean? But because it's underage.
Was she that same year group?
But basically, or she might have been a year younger.
Okay.
But because it was that you're 16, yes, 15, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's classed as a thingy. So.
But how is it? She said something.
It's just come out and then it's escalated into their family and so. Yeah, so then you look at it and you think, I'm fucked. That's it, I'm done. So
let me ask you a question here. If you weren't Billy Knott, Chelsea player, scholar, all of that, do you think anything would have been made of it? Or do you think that played a part in the reactions? Because I'm just interested.
Yeah, it's probably, but I probably wouldn't have pulled her if I weren't a footballer.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No, on a serious note, I get what you mean, but
as in, because you mentioned the family as well.
Yeah,
like, do you think her family looked at it as like, oh no, do you know? But because there's this thing in society about footballers that they think they're all that, so let's bring them down a notch.
Yeah, maybe, and it probably does happen. Like in everyone's, not everyone's life. I mean, like in general life, but it's just not as highlighted, and you're not losing that 4 year contract.
Yeah.
But so that's got torn up. But we've basically got a confidentiality thing. So we've signed this. My agent at the time was like, sign this confidentiality to say why, because the rumours started then. He's been sacked. For what reason? Okay. But we've signed this thing to not say nothing. when you look back at it, you think, why has he made me sign that? Because at the end of the day, you've slept with someone a year, or even if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years younger. At that time, you're still in year 11, year whatever. You know what I mean? It's happening in normal. So we've signed this deal, the contract. You can't say nothing. So we're going into clubs. I went to City trial. I went Arsenal, United, even down to like Yeovil.
Okay.
I went everywhere. And the first West Ham, back to West Ham, first thing they said, what have you done? So we've sat there and gone, we can't say nothing.
Huh. What, and they genuinely didn't know what it was?
No, there's still people now. My best mate the other day, I've been working with him because obviously like going back to actual normal work and stuff.
Yeah.
I said to him the actual reason the other day, I've known him since I was born. The actual facts of why I got done for the underage situation, why we signed a deal. And he said to me, well, that's the reason. He didn't know. So that's how deep it was.
I heard rumors about this, you know.
So you heard rumors?
I heard rumors about this, but
when?
No one knew what it was.
Okay.
No,
okay.
One of them was Gal Kakuta. Remember Gal Kakuta?
Oh, Gal Kakuta.
Mate, he was
meant to be.
I asked him about this in training. He said he's a joke.
Stupidly good.
Seriously.
But one rumor was that I was racist to him and I had a fight with him. I don't fight with no one.
Wait, where did that? What the hell?
Yeah, he was just plucked out from everywhere, mate. You should have said. So one of them was that I stabbed someone. Like,
so people just started restarting because they didn't know what it was.
It was mental. And if you what's it called? Like, strip it down and go back to what it was, you think, well, was it really?
Yeah, is it that bad? Yeah.
But
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So okay, so are you saying that the fact that you signed this confidentiality thing almost made it worse for you lot?
Oh yeah, sorry, that's what I was saying. So I got lost. So yes, we signed this.
Nah, this is interesting though.
So we've signed this, but then I've gone to all them clubs, and the first thing they said, what have you done? We can't tell you. Oh, well, we were not willing to take the risk, which is fair enough on their part, but then I'm thinking, I'm not going to get nowhere.
Yeah.
So I went Newcastle. I was like, a bit far from home, this. 5 hours.
You've been to every club in the country.
More lot of clubs, mate.
Yeah, sorry, it's like you can, though.
So we went Newcastle. So this is in like, Peter Beardsley's the youth team manager. They're a massive club, innit, Newcastle. Ranger was there.
Yeah, Ranger, yeah.
Tavernier was there. A few other like people that are well known.
Tavernier at
Rangers,
now?
yeah.
Okay.
Was there.
Okay.
So we've gone there. Had 2 weeks trial. But where I was at Chelsea, I couldn't get in the team. In my position midfield. So I'm playing left back. Okay. But our team's a joke. So we're on the ball every day. Like every game we're on the ball. Yeah. But I'm playing left back. So the reports have gone through to all the other clubs and all the reports. He's a left back. You see me, I'm not a left back. I can't defend. Yeah. But anyway, so we were at Newcastle and Beardsley's come over, you're going to go play left back. So me being like, not arrogant, but like, I've sort of like got a voice now. I'm like, can't take all this shit because I'm going to get sacked off again. Yeah. So I've stuck up. I've gone, I'm not left back, mate. Like, I'm not left back. He goes, all the reports, you're left back. You're going to play left back. I was like, all right, cool. Played left back. Ranger was late for about 45 minutes. He's turned up. He's come on second half, scored 2. We won. I've done all right. Left back, yeah? But he was just funny.
What are you saying? Was he always late? Was this natural?
Yeah, but he's one of them where I think a lot of, obviously it's well known or whatever, a lot of his off the field stuff.
Yeah.
But mate, as a footballer,
I try and tell people that as well, but people are like,
is that?
No, I try and tell people about
that
he's top, but
he's top, mate. He come on, he strolled about, and he looked like a geezer against 16-year-olds. Yeah. So that's happened, and then they've gone after the trial. Peter Beardsley sat me down, and I'm thinking. So he's told me no. So we've gone Sunderland, gone to Sunderland, which is just down the road from there. And his first manager that went to me, Kevin Ball, his name. I spoke to him when I went into the coaching. I started doing coaching. When I went into it, I was wrong him last week. So I still talk to him 10 years later. But we've gone in. He sat me down and went, "What's happening?" He said, "I don't want to know. We're not allowed to know what you've done." He said, "Where do you want to play?" Because on my sheet it says you're playing a left back. He says, "I know you're not left back." So where do you want to play? I said, "All right, 10 or in midfield." So cool. You play in the 10. Where you want to play? Played this game. We had one training session, then we played a game against someone. So I played in a 10. Always remember, the ball's come over the diag, over the top. I run in. As it's come in, I've crossed back in the air and just whipped it top bin. So I've walked off.
Wait, you whipped it right foot?
No. So it's come over,
so
crossed from my left.
Crossed from your left.
Crossed with the left and come round it and whipped it top bin.
All right.
So all the boys that on the bench go after. Paulie turned around and went, I don't care if he's killed someone when we're signing him.
Yeah.
so I'm like, this was like weeks later that I found out this is what he said. But he was like one of them, like, whatever you've done in the past, you've done. He turned around, if he's killed someone, we're signing him. Like that. Like, he obviously didn't mean that. But
No, yeah,
like, whatever he's done.
to me, that's good back.
We're ready to overlook it.
So I signed there. And they went, you got 6 months on this money, and I think I was on £90 a week. And from going from that Chelsea contract, which was good money. Like good money.
We were saying thousands.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that age.
You wanted to ask
Hey,
that?
I'm happy someone asked it. I wanted to know.
It was comfortable money at Chelsea. Comfortable.
Especially at that age.
At that age.
Would you say how did you spend it? Did you save? Did you spend?
At Chelsea, I didn't get it. I didn't get one.
You didn't get a chance. You didn't get a chance to get it.
Oh, what? So it didn't ever come through?
So I've signed a contract, and it was
it
for
happened
that
before
next
you got
season. So I didn't have none of.
Remember, he had the
none of
1
it.
year, and
1
then he
year
had the-
scholar.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
man.
So I've gone from looking at that contract about 6 months
see
before
what you're about to
to
have.
signing £90 a week. I'm like, oh no, fucked.
Stress. Okay.
So I was
But this is first team now, though, no?
no, this
No,
is like
Youth team Sunderland.
17.
Okay, all right.
See, there's a lot to go, mate.
Okay,
It's a long one.
okay.
Alright,
yeah.
bro, I'm here for it.
So this is 17s. So I went up there 16, yeah. So we got a sack at 16. So we went on trial. So it must have been when I was 17. So I signed it, £90. They said, you got to do this for 6 months to prove to us, and then we'll give you a better contract.
All right.
What you've done and all that, because they didn't know what was happening.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
said trial, basically a 6-month trial.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. So I've done it and I'm started tearing it up, to be fair. John Egan was in our team, centre half for Sheffield, captain.
Yeah.
I think I have seen him actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays for Ireland. He's led, mate. But he was in our team. There's a few other boys in the team. Well, Hendo was a couple of years older, Jordan Henderson,
All right.
people like that.
Still
But we had
there.
a good like core of English players in the first team.
Yeah.
So that was good. So I've done the 6 months and then signed a 2-3 year deal. So
Was it?
no,
They
not-
weren't Chelsea.
no,
but
it
it
weren't
was-
Chelsea money, but it was. And I think that they was one of the clubs that were like, we'll give you a good wage, but if you do this, this, and this,
Like,
like,
loads
do
of
you know what I mean? Like
bonuses and that.
bonuses,
Yeah, yeah.
or like
Yeah.
being on the bench and stuff like that, you get a little something. So that's happened. Then I've gone to about 18, 19 now, and I'm flying in the youth team, playing well,
Still playing 10.
still playing 10. Yeah,
Okay.
only played 10 and 8 and 4 in midfield where I wanted to play
Okay.
at these times. So I played for England during that. All schoolboys, 16s, 17s.
So who did you play with in England? What kind of
My
players?
team was just scary.
He tells me the story all the time.
So my year group was, the midfield was Frimpong,
Yeah, I remember.
Wilshire.
Yeah, Manuel.
Bostock,
What's that?
Shelvey, Baxter, Luke Freeman. Mate, that's the midfield.
Mate,
And I'm
that's
like,
mad.
Dean Parrott.
Oh,
yeah.
Aye.
Mate,
I'm not
Parrott
gonna lie.
was-
I asked you about Dean Parrott before.
What a
innit?
geezer as well, mate. Like, ledge, so nice. But this was the funny bit. So I was getting to, the World Cup was coming up. I was on standby, but a lot of the big boys were playing for the first teams.
Yeah.
So maybe I wouldn't have got a chance if they were playing, but I did. So I was on standby. So I'm in Southend shopping with some of the boys. My mum rings me. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm in KFC. She's like, nah, you're going to America tomorrow. You've been called up for England for the World Cup.
Wow.
What?
So I'm like, you're bantering.
Yeah.
I'm just munching on me flipping zinger burger, mate. So I'm like, all right. So obviously I've gone home and buzzing. Mum's crying. Oh my God, this is the chance. Like, you turn it all around, all this. So I've gone, I was like, I'm not going to play. Parrots in the 10. We've got flipping these players in midfield. I'm like, right. So I've gone and I've trained. And I've always been, you ask Carl, like, we train now. If I'm fit, now I'm a bit older, but when I'm fit in training, I'm good.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Because it's all small-sided and technical stuff. So it's my sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I've trained well. First game comes in the group. I can't remember who we played. Obviously, we was in Colorado for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
A time acclimatizing, is that the word?
Yeah. Climatizing,
So
yeah.
to the, what's it called?
So obviously, when you say climatizing, like it's super hot out there.
Yeah, super hot and His Highness, what's it
Oh,
called?
the altitude.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this guy.
Right,
Yeah.
So we've gone to Colorado Rapids for 4 weeks. Trained there every day, obviously. And then we flew to Colombia for the World Cup.
All right.
So we were in Colombia. That was mad. So we're going from the airport, all fans, TV everywhere. And this is like the first bit I'm sort of seeing on this side of the football. We got on the bus, like police taking us to the hotel. I'm like, oh, fuck me, getting a bit nervous and that. I didn't think I was going to play. First game, not you're playing. So I've seen it.
Starting, yeah?
Yeah, starting.
Sick.
But you got Parrot there as well. That's a joke
Yeah.
of a player. But I just trained well, and he just went the playing.
But his Parrot dropped to like
The bench. Yeah.
Whoa,
Sick,
that's
sick,
no, that's
sick.
yeah, that's big.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
Nah, I don't think you realize.
Who's coach, Sam? If you can remember.
Might have been Kenny Swain. Stuart Pearce was there as assistant.
Okay.
Mad man.
Flipping out, bro.
Yeah, Butland was in goal.
That Butland, yeah.
Yeah, he was my roommate. He's just so big, mate.
Yeah, he's a fridge, isn't it?
He's
Yeah.
big geezer, mate.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm just little Bill just walking around the room and that. But yeah, so anyway, like I've started, done well, won my nuts off, played in the 10. I was getting chances as well, and hit a post. Didn't score, and then we played second game. I think we drew one. Maybe we drew 1 or 2. Then we had Argentina, third game in the group.
Who's in their team?
Lamela played. That's the only one that comes. That's the only one that comes off the top of my head. But he was like,
He stood out.
he was the
like,
hero. Like even at that age, like.
And we say he looks good, yeah?
Yeah, like he's just strutting over and all that. I've got this kit extra large. It's like, what's fucking going on here, man?
Yeah.
So, Lamela was there. So we walked out for the warm up, and it's obviously in Colombia, and there's 50,000 there. And this is the first time I played it, like, because I haven't played it for a first team one, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm like, a bit big, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we walked out, obviously done the warm up and that, and I'm flying, I'm fit, I'm getting chances, and he's starting me over these players, so I've like sort of just gone with it.
Yeah.
Doing well, so coming to the game, it ended up 0-0, I think. But there's this one ball, it gets set back. I'm in the 10, it gets set back to Smudge at right back, and you know, as it's going back, you make that late run in, and I'm this far offside. The amount of times I watched it that night, I scored, come in, scored, I'm off. I'm off celebrating.
Flags up, yeah?
Flags up, mate.
Ooh.
I wish there was VARs and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm offside. The amount of times I watched it, but that was a good time. That was leg.
So have you still got all your games, like the footage and that?
Yeah, it'll be somewhere, but I don't like to look at them now so much.
No?
Like, it's good memories. Maybe in like when I've stopped, I'll look at them, but you still have them regrets. You know what I mean? And stuff you could have done different, stuff like that. But
so would you say that's the emotion that's at the forefront when you watch them games? It's like it's mostly regret.
yeah,
You'll say that
definitely,
seriously.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite deep.
Yeah, no, it is in a way, but then you got to realize you're the one that made your own decisions, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're the one that's
But that's growth, though.
yeah.
That is growth.
So you the one. We'll get on to that in a bit as well. But I've been like into rehab and stuff like that. So you just need to learn about yourself and take responsibility for a lot of the stuff that you've done.
Yeah.
And
there's power in that, isn't it?
yeah, of course. And what can you do? Blame other situations, blame people.
Yeah,
It's
blame
just
other
you.
people. Which look, there's a lot of people out there that do that. And I think that's the problem.
And sometimes it can because they're scared as well.
Yeah,
And they're hiding and lying.
front
And
up
I've
to
done
it.
all that. But
Yeah.
so we'll go back to Sunderland. So
So all right, so what? Just come back from under 17s World Cup.
20s.
Under flipping hell.
Yeah,
Under
20s.
20s World Cup, sorry.
Yeah. So we come back from
flying.
in and around the first team, was on the bench like 10, 15 times for Steve Bruce. And then there's this funny one. So last game of the season, it's at West Ham, Upton Park, away. My agents, like West Ham fans and that.
Yeah.
So my dad's in the box, but dad's in Magaluf on a stag do that weekend. It's on a Sunday game. Rang him Saturday night. Dad, I'm in the squad. Last game of the season, nothing to play for.
Yeah.
My dad gets all his bags, steaming drunk, gets on the plane with a passport, turns up to West Ham in a box, steaming. I think it was like 2-2 or something. No one needed to win. I didn't come on. My dad's steaming in the box, mate. I'm like, what's going on? They should have brought me on. My old man was fuming. I'm saying hello to like all like the locals in the fans and that because a lot of Canby people at West Ham saying hello. So dad's in the box. Steaming, stinking a drink, mate. Just got a passport on him. Mum's like, what are you doing, Steve?
Wait.
He's going to come on in the Prem.
Wait, does he go back to Magaluf after?
No. I don't think he would have made it, mate. But yeah, so that's a good memory, obviously. That was brilliant.
To be fair to him, he had to come.
He had to come.
Yeah, it's one of them ones.
No one understands.
If you had come on and he hadn't been there,
fuming.
so he had to come.
So when was it? The next year, we played Tottenham away.
Yeah.
He's in Magaluf, isn't it? He's in Magaluf.
He loves it.
They went every year like as a stag do thing.
Okay.
So they went every year. So they'd be like, they went for about 5 or 6 years. So it was always a
I
thing.
need to make a note of that one for the missus. Yeah, I like that.
So they're in Maga, all of my pals, best pals and all that. So obviously I'm on the bench. He's thinking the same. He's not going to get on. I can't just bail out again or whatever. So I'm on the bench, 60 minutes, not warming up. So like, they're all on holiday and everyone starts crying, don't they? All my boys are telling me, Dad's in the corner like, it's coming on. And obviously it's hit him, innit? So I go now like, this is like,
That's a proud moment, though.
Bro,
Not a lot of people can. Not a lot of people can say.
And I'm happy that you're even taking that in. That's a big moment. Do you know what it is? I'll be real. My son at the minute, he's at West Ham, first year scholar. So just listening to you talking about your dad's reactions, and that's what I was saying. Had to come back from Magaluf.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you come back.
Well, of course I'm back.
You have to come back,
mate. So I get it. That must have been the proudest moment for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was legend. And when they was telling me all about it, it was just like, so, and then they all went on the piss anyway, because we lost. Gareth Bale cut inside, smashed it top bin. Last game of the season, he chopped inside. We was down to 10 men, away at the lane, running around like lunatics. Yeah. He chops inside, smashes one towards my head, so I just go, he flies in the top corner.
I wonder if I remember that game.
You remember the goal.
You remember the goal.
Remember the goal. I'm the one that goes like that.
What's it like being on the pitch with like someone like Gareth Bale?
You never take it in till now.
Yeah.
Years later, you never take it in. But at that time, I weren't near Bale because we went to 4-4-1 away at White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
They got Huddleston, Dembele, and Van der Vaart or someone in midfield. So I'm like this.
Yeah.
Try and go to Dembele. He goes, yeah, stay there, kid.
yeah.
But he was a joke.
Yeah. People always say that though.
Strongest midfielder. He's strongest player. Yeah.
Joke. But I got Huddleston's top, and I got it out the other day. Man, the geezer was XXL or something. This thing is like a tent, mate.
Like a tent,
and it fit him like a glove as well. It fit him like a glove.
He must be huge, bro.
Yeah, so that was a ledge day for me old man, all my boys. Imagine that, you're on a lad's holiday and your best mate and your son comes on.
Yeah.
So that was ledge. So then that season, I left Sunderland. We went to Bradford straight away. And they went, good though, 2-year contracts. You're going to be like one of our midfielders. Like, and we're going to sign some people. So McLean was already there, Azza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
what does he play? Who does he play for now?
You don't play. He's on BT all the time reporting and that.
But what is it? He's got a brother. Is there two of them?
His brother's the singer, isn't it?
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Yeah.
But Azza's the one that's on beat like TNT, whatever it's called now. But,
yeah. So hold on, just pause there for a second. So, all right, so you've left Sunderland. How did you leave there? What was the circumstances there? What did they say?
So basically, me and John Egan,
I love this guy.
I love it. Yeah.
Me and John Egan was two of the better players. But do you know when that ball come in for the 21s? So if you was 21, you could only have 3 over age, wasn't it? At one point.
Yeah.
So me and him
it's no longer reserves. It was under 21s.
No longer reserves.
Yeah.
So Poyet's gone. No, Di Canio's gone. Poyet's come in.
Okay.
Di Canio, I heard he was a mad.
Yeah, he's a mad geezer, mate. Like, not well. Not
like,
well.
like what?
The thing is, I loved him because he just loved football.
Okay.
Loved it. But a lot of the first team that was experienced was like, this geezer's nuts, mate. But he just loved football. But when he joined in, it was one of them. If you've done a finishing drill, you missed a target, he would do his nut. And I mean, do his nut. The goal does not move. The goal does. But he'd come on, demonstrate and go bang, bang, left and right foot.
You'd hit
the goal does not move.
I love it.
But he could back it up though.
Yeah.
So he's done that. So anyway, Poyet's come in and he's not even looked at me and Eags. And he's gone, you're too old for this, the 21s thing, blah, blah. So we felt we was a bit hard done by, but Eags went to Gillingham and built his way back up. He's in the Prem now, he's flying. But he's the nicest person in football. Honestly, he's so down to earth and he's ledge. Yeah. And he still messages me now, like, how you getting on? Because obviously with all the mental health and that, and he still like takes just out of the blue, not how are you? Stuff like that. And he's earning stupid money, playing in the Prem, and he's still just sums him up. Yeah. So I went to Bradford, signed 2 years, this stadium. I thought, this is it, mate. Like, time to shine again and go.
What league are they in that time?
They was in League One.
Okay.
So we've gone there, and then we was playing 4-4-2, and we signed some good players, and our team was decent. First year, we made playoffs, got beat by Millwall, and then we played in FA Cup, beat Sunderland.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
you must have
been
loved
so
that, yeah.
nice.
Don't worry, when I come off, when I got subbed, they subbed me at 85, and I was probably one of my best games.
Yeah,
Like, overall, was fit, was running.
yeah.
And I always said, when you play against the higher teams, I say it even now at Concord, if you're the worst team, when you rat and get the ball back, that first pass, make sure it's to one of your team to slow the game down. But if you make that first pass, you'll keep the ball. So I'm hitting every first pass. I'm running, I'm ratting. I felt fit. Then I got subbed off at 80. The whole crowd clapped, and the Sunderland fans.
And the Sunderland fans.
Mum and dad are in the crowd.
Yeah.
And they're gone again, like bottom lips all over the gaff.
Yeah.
But like, even the Sunderland fans, because I'd done well. Like, I
That's
had
a
good
nice
game.
moment, man.
And I walked off past Poyet, and I was just like, I think it was still Poyet. I'm sure it was. Just bowled off. And you know when you're just like, yeah.
I showed you,
Yeah.
So
And I always ask this question as well. Did any of the fans have a song for you? Was there any songs?
No. Billy Knott.
Billy Knott.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I love songs, man.
I love the songs, bro.
That's a century.
But I always wonder, who comes up with these? Who made that song?
Some geezer in the crowd, mate.
Bro, how creative do you have to be?
It's actually
Billy
Knott. Billy Knott.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's how I'm gonna greet you from now.
So that was that. Sunderland. Then we played Millwall. Millwall was decent. Played Millwall at the Den. 4-4. I scored 2. And I'm a West Ham fan. Scored 2. All my family were there. It was ledge. Then we went 4-4. Took them to our gaff. They went down to 10 men. We pumped them 5-1. Scored. Set up 2. This is when I was like, felt like I was in my
This is
time,
really not
best
time.
So,
yeah. Age at this time?
23, 22, 23.
Okay, sick. Yeah.
So then we played Chelsea away. So I had Sunderland, then Millwall, and then Chelsea. So it's basically my cup.
Yeah.
So we had Chelsea away, Stamford Bridge. I had one of them big coaches, 52-seaters. The whole of my family lot from Canvey went up there. Sold all the tickets. So basically, this is the funny one. We had to pay for the tickets out of our wages. I'm giving all my mum some of my money and all that. So I took money out of my wages. I think I went on to my overdraft before the games. I didn't have the money back. So I obviously got the money back. So they're all there. And then we go 2-0 down. And we're like, all that hype, 2-0 down. Just before half-time, ball comes over. I run around the back, cut it back. John Stead, bang, goal, 2-1.
John Stead, you remember?
John Stead, tall striker.
He was so awkward, but so effective.
Mate, I shared a room with him the night before. So long story short, I snore bad.
Yeah.
He's woke up in the morning, goes, I'm never sharing with you again. This is a big game, mate. And you're snoring all night. So he scored. And after the celebration, I was like, that's my snoring, that. So he scored. Come out second half, 2-2. 3-2. And I'm like, what is going on? The crowd, the 6,000 Bradford fans. And in the Chelsea fans are some of the boys from Canvey again. So, like, do you know when you look around, you see them?
Yeah.
Naughty. And you're like that. Yeah. So then you're looking at them and they're giving you stick now because they're getting the ump.
Yeah.
So 4-2 goes. I come off and it goes 4-2. And the crowd's just thinking, and they're finished. Their subs, they run on Fabregas, Hazard, and William. The subs.
Fabregas, Hazard, and William.
The subs. Drogba started. They're strong team, mate. JT was on the bench. Loftus-Cheek was on the bench. Hazard, Fabregas. I'm sure it was William. Might not have been William. Might have been the other Brazilian in the 10.
Oscar.
Yeah, might have been one of them.
Yeah.
So it was just mad. So they come on, I come off, I was buzzing. I was
Yeah. Yeah.
But we won. So we're all buzzing. We were on the pitch for about half hour after the game. It still goes on every FA Cup weekend. It's like one of the biggest upsets ever. Like they hadn't been like beat at home or something under Mourinho for amount of games. So we're all in the change room. Mourinho bowls in. And we're all like, the geezer, it stops, silent, dead silent. He goes, takes big balls to beat my team at home, shakes everyone's hand, goes, if you need any shirts, go see my kit man, sort you out anything.
Yeah,
and I was just like,
that. Yeah, I love that.
And we didn't even
That's the class of the game.
We couldn't even celebrate for the next 5 minutes. Everyone was like, what's just happened?
Yeah.
But then I got back on the coach with my family and that. didn't go back up to Bradford. I went back home. So we got on the coach. The time we get home, 50-minute drive, I'm steaming,
Yeah.
drunk. Everyone's steaming on the coach. And
Yeah.
like, what's going on? We went out all night and it was ledge. So
That's
that
such a sick feeling.
yeah, that stories, mate. It was ledge. And I done well that game as well.
Yeah.
And then this is when it starts going downhill. Like
So okay, so everything's going well.
Yeah.
Obviously, but you touched upon the fact that mental health obviously plays a part. But I want to know and let everyone know where are you at mentally now then?
on a high.
And what apart from just football, are there other factors that are affecting it, or is it just straight football?
I think it's a lot to do with the football as well. When you're doing well, you're always on a high, you're talking to your family, you're this, you're that. When you have a bad game, your dad don't text you, or people don't text you, and you're like that then. Oh, I had a bad game. I'm one of them. If I have a bad game, I ain't deluded. You know what I mean? Like some people,
you know,
I've done this, I've done that, though, I've done it. Mate, if you had a bad game, you know you've had a bad game.
You know you've had a stinker.
Yeah.
You do know.
So it starts rolling in, I start doing like average. And then I start drinking.
Yeah.
So I'm living on my own, I've got money, I'm drinking, going out. And then it basically just goes from there. For the last 8 months at Bradford, in the second year I was there, we made the playoffs twice, but then in the second year I didn't play in the last 8 months. So I'm not playing, now I'm drinking more. Then I'd be in for one game, we'd win or do all right, and then you drink more.
Yeah.
Because you've done well,
it's
you've
a
done
celebration and
So it's like the slippery slope starts then. And then, what was it? So we made the playoffs, and by this time I'm not even near the squads or whatever. We didn't have no midfielders. We had 2 midfielders play 4-4-2. Didn't even put a midfielder on at the Den away in the playoff semis. Midfielder gets injured, first 5. There's a centre half in midfield. So I'm in the crowd fuming. We got beat. Got knocked out of the playoffs or whatever.
All right. This is probably best kept secret in football, and no one likes to talk about it. You're not in a team. Your team just.
Oh, he
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're
he
gknow
loves
what you're gonna say. Yes, you want them to lose. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Because I know, because a lot of people out there, they'll pretend, innit?
Yeah.
They'll act like, no, we still want the team to do well. No, let's be honest.
In that situation, they all go, yeah, you want a team to do well. If you're out of the squad, you don't. If you're on the bench, you want them to do well until you come on, then you want to change the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, you want them to. If you're in a sticky situation in the league, you obviously don't want them to do too bad, because then it gets towards you getting relegated. You know, your money's gone.
You don't want
so
that,
it's a hard balance to have. But yeah, of course, when you're playing, you want them to be flying, and when you're not, everyone says different.
Yeah,
but it's
people
just,
pretend, but it's human nature. Let's be honest. Yeah.
So it comes to the playoffs anyway. I know I'm done, so it's whatever. Then I'm drinking all the time, and like.
When you say all the time, what, every day?
Not every day at this point, but like when we'd have a day off, I wouldn't be having like 2 or 3 beers. I'd be having like a good drink.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'd go out the night before, and then I'd drink the next day, like all day and that. Then it starts going down from there. I signed for Gillingham, Justin Edinburgh. Rest in peace. But he was ledge, but then again, I'm not really playing Dackie's in the team, Bradley Dack, playing in the 10. And to be fair, if I was fit in that, maybe I would have been different. But where I'm not fit, I'm drinking. He's better than me, simple as that.
Yeah.
So he's playing every game, I'm not playing. Then I went on loan to Lincoln. Gone to Lincoln.
Was that under the Cowley?
Cowleys, yeah.
And are the coaches having conversations with you? Like, obviously, being moved on and that, are they saying not good enough? Are they saying
I've never not been good enough.
So what?
It's just been attitude, maybe.
And this is what I'm saying. Are they identifying this, or do they think it's because you're not up to it? Are they saying?
Yeah, there's never a chat or a meeting of
really?
Not like I can really remember.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like a major meeting that I've sat down and gone, all right then. Or they've, so for instance, they've never said something and I've related it to someone to sort of bring it up. So it's never been highlighted that much.
All right.
And then you sort of know in yourself when you're going like that.
Yeah.
Then I got to Lincoln and they was in the conference. Conference? Yeah, conference. So I went in January on loan. Because the Cowleys, remember when before they got the jobs, they was in PE teachers?
Yeah, there was PE teachers.
My mum was PE teacher for the girls department in the same school.
Okay. The Cowleys are like, they're Concord legends as well. Like, they've built their way up. Like.
There's one name called Dan Cowley.
Danny,
yeah. Danny and Nicky.
I don't know that name. Yeah.
Yeah, they're big managers.
Yeah.
No, but
they're big managers.
Okay.
But they started off at Concord.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me. So signed for Lincoln. And I'm playing, they had a style of play which was a bit more longer ball, but they were so structured Like you knew your job and this and that. So when you're winning, you don't care how you play.
Yeah.
It's when you start losing, you go, this is crap. This is shit. This is crap. Let's start passing all that. So we was winning games. We're top of the league. When they started at Lincoln, there was 2,000 fans there. The time they left at the end of the season, we had 9,000 every home game. So it was just like one of them, just flying.
Yeah.
We got promoted with 4 games to go. And my brother, funny, my brother's come up with my family and we had to win the game on this day. It was a home game, then we had 2 away games. So obviously we wanted to get it done. So we've won, we've all gone out and it's all rammed in Lincoln. My brother ended up on a bench somewhere on like the motorway. Like this is how loose it got, mate. Like I didn't know where it was. The cab driver's picked him up and gone, "You're right, yeah, I'm Bill Knott's brother." He was like, "Oh, I know where your family's living." Took him back to the house they was renting. What? It was madness. But that's how like close Lincoln was. Everyone just sort of knew.
Everyone,
It was a great club. I loved it there.
Yeah.
And then when I left there, I was drinking bad. I had a car crash from drink driving.
So you still drinking at Lincoln?
Yeah.
But
because it was conference, my quality could get away with it.
Okay.
I think. Me being a bit arrogant about it.
I
think.
It's being real.
But I wasn't playing as much as I wanted to, and what I knew I could have. But when I was playing, I was doing okay. But obviously, at that time, I'm thinking, okay, it's all right. But
And what's your thoughts about, obviously, now you're in conference, like you've gone from playing to, you know what I'm saying, seeing the likes of all these Premier League stars and all that, and now you're in conference. Are you reflecting on that? Is that
I think that's why I'm drinking, to not reflect on it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Subconsciously. Yeah.
So I'm trying to forget, like, Josh has just played in the Prem. He's going back to Sheffield United. You're trying to go,
yeah.
So then you block it out, and then the time you think about it, it's 3 years later.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And you are watching these other players that you've played with and looking at their
look at the England team. I played with half of them or against half of them.
Yeah.
Now. You know what I mean? That's what hits you.
Yeah.
And then, like, my missus' son goes, like, have you played with him? I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, you ain't.
Yeah.
But Pick was in my youth team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's like, people are like, he's like, nah, you ain't played with him. I'm like, I've played with him. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's hard to thingy. Because then I took the big steps. So he's in League 2. And I'm going like, and then I start playing on the mental health, like trying to make an excuse for something. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I know it's a massive thing in that, but I'm like, in this stage, I'm saying, oh no, I need to be back home. Whereas realistically, I shouldn't have gone back home and got myself comfortable in that environment where it was not a drinking culture, but it is sort of
around,
thing. Yeah. Not that they're bad influences, one at all, but it's easy.
Yeah, of course it is.
Whereas I went to meet with Phil Brown at Swindon. They was in League 1 or 2. Went to meet him and he was like, we want to sign you. And I'm playing on the card. My head's set, I'm going home. So I'm talking to Concord. They're offering me half the money that Swindon are offering. But I'm set. So I should have gone there.
Yeah, do you know what's so mad? Around this time, it was like it was rumored that he was coming, like he was going Concord.
Oh, serious?
Like
were you at Concord?
I think I had just left.
Okay,
so
the first time.
Yeah, so I had just left, and I remember everyone saying, "Billy Knott." Like, I've heard this guy. Like,
yeah.
Like, who's this guy? Like, everyone's just talking about this guy. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. Like, then I think when I like he signed, because obviously you still follow the teams that you've played for. So it's popped up that he's signed. I said, this year could get long, you know. Then you're looking
for you, you're like,
this season, season, this could get long. Like that's what I meant. Yeah, but.
Yeah,
sorry, but continue. So you've gone Concord.
And then we played against his team that season.
Yeah.
So obviously we signed loads of players in it because he pumped loads of money into it. We had a good squad. They made the playoffs, but I left 6 months later. But that season we played against Carol. It was at Tonbridge, I think. He's kicked someone, or I've kicked someone, and he's going at it. He's like giving it. He's in my head. I'm like, who's he talking to, man? And then he's giving it to me. And I think I got sent off or something.
Yeah.
My head was gone. And he's got him laughing in the background. Like, so I'm gone, mate. I'm gone. I'm in the changing room, fighting the changing room because I don't know how to fight someone. So I'm fighting the changing room and he's just laughing. I think he scored as well. Scored and assisted. They beat us. My head was gone. And then when I see him at Concord, like, thinking, I was like, nah.
Yeah, you remember them?
I actually remember them.
That blood fun.
But
so on like all the alcohol, like drinking and that, like, who are you talking to?
No one.
And is that because there was no one to talk to you, or you didn't feel there's anyone to talk to?
Even if I wanted to talk, before I went into rehab, and then this is only 8 weeks ago. I went into rehab.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I'm only 9 weeks, 3 days. So,
Alright.
like, sober. So,
Wow, that's amazing.
No,
Yeah,
bro, it's an achievement, bro.
yeah,
if you
yeah.
see me, if you ask Carl at the start of the season, mate, I'm turning up to training, steaming and that. But I can get away with it at that level.
Yeah.
But then you can't because you're ruining your life. You're ruining all of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's at the end. But, yeah, I wasn't talking to no one, really. So, and then you're hiding, you're running, you're lying. And then I think when I was at Concord and stuff, I started doing drugs, like coke. So I started doing that, and then the money's fading. And then it's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm wanting
yeah,
it, and then this is going to get a bit dark and deep or whatever, but it's...
No, we're here for it.
No,
So-
hey, it's a platform, bro.
So then, yeah, I'm drinking drugs, losing my friends, family, and then...
Because of the drink.
Yeah, yeah.
As in they're seeing it, saying to you like,
yeah,
needs
what
to
you're
stop
doing, yeah. And I'm
you're
like,
just
nah,
like,
nah.
fuck it. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So then I start stealing from my mum, my dad, my brother. So they've kicked me out, stuff like that. And then it's just like that slope goes from there all the way down.
And
then-
all of this and still playing football.
Yeah, I think you got to move off that. You got to move off.
I went- And then
Where did you go, Chelmo, innit?
I went Chelmsford and I was with my missus at the time. And I was flying, got player of the season, stuff like that.
That was an animal, bro.
And
Yeah, you're
And
actually some player.
I was playing, but that's when you're happy off the pitch as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not so much hiding your back. But then after Chelmo, I'm not sure. I went to Bowers or something, but then I was just stupid. And then I was rowing at the time with people and misses. And then it slowly started just going down. And I'm like, all right. So then I'm stealing off them. And then I'm like not living in the houses and nothing. So and then my dad got ill. This comes up to about 2 years ago now.
Okay.
He started getting ill. So all of that crap's happened. And to be honest, you see me walking around the street, you go, he's fucked, done. Like looking, like I go gym all the time now and stuff, like not drinking, eating healthy. Not healthy, I'm not gonna lie. Fucking hell, eating clean, all this.
Yeah,
but
but you're looking after yourself.
I'm eating, like when I'm doing drugs and I'm not eating, I'm walking around in the morning with like cans and that. And this is only at like 29, like 30 years old.
Yeah.
And people are, he's fucked, he's done,
Yeah.
done. And he's only up till like I said, like 3 months ago, when I realised I had to do all of this. And I wasn't ready. I was ready to get the help, but that's after I've lost like family and that. I didn't carry my dad when he got...
Oh, like at a funeral.
Yeah.
I feel that. And is that because of how you were, your condition, or you...
No, he didn't want me to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But if you look at it now, how would he be looking at you now? That's what I mean. As in, you've made that change.
Yeah, it's been... That was the hardest bit. And then when he did finally pass...
So things weren't great between you.
No, I
at
stole
the
off him. We wasn't talking.
Okay.
And then he's got ill. And then obviously where he's got ill, he's like... He hasn't got the help that I wanted him to get before he got ill. So that was my biggest regret. Yeah. Like, and then, like you said, he's passed away. It wasn't long ago. It's all 6 months ago, something like that. Maybe a bit longer.
Oh, yeah,
That's
these
what I
are
mean.
still
I was so
fresh
fucked. I
wounds,
didn't even know the dates and stuff.
Yeah.
But then now you go into like present. I've done a month in rehab.
What made you go? Because you know,
I
there's
think
always this thing.
I think it was last chance for me and my missus were on the rocks at the time, fighting, arguing. I was stealing and doing drugs. That pushed us apart. That pushed arguments. My mum, my brother. My brother was my best mate. We used to go on holidays together. Everything.
Yeah.
Pushed them away, and it was. She had enough. Mum had enough. My brother had enough. I didn't speak to my brother for 2 years. I didn't speak to him the first week. The week I went into rehab, my brother texted my mum and said, if he comes out and he does this, then I'll be there. But I hadn't spoken to him for 2 years previous.
Oh, is it?
So I was like, fuck. And then when I've gone in, I was, oh, mate, you should have... We were on this drive in, so we stayed at the hotel night before, me and my mum. And we're driving this 20-minute drive. This drive felt like about 4 days, man. So I'm sweating. I'm going into this house. You don't know no one. It's a residential house. So I stayed there for 28 days. We weren't allowed our phones.
Yeah.
We allowed it for like an hour or two.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey,
I
So I'm
remember these
texting in the
times.
group, telling the lads and that. I knew my mind was set. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
The other people that were in there, obviously, I ain't gonna talk about their lives or nothing. But my life was, if you do this, same with my missus and that. If you do this, we know what's inside you as a person.
Yeah.
We know it's the drink and the drugs that has caused a lot of this.
Yeah.
So I knew my end goal was do this and have the ability to be able to get that back.
Yeah.
Or the potential to put me in a place to be able to give it my best. And then if they didn't want to be there with me, then it's up to them. But I knew that doing that month would give me the stepping stones and the coping mechanisms of being able to come out and say, right, I've done this.
Yeah.
I've got this in place now to be the person that you always knew and fell in love with. So
it's about getting that respect back as well, isn't it? It's like, look.
So I come and I was still drinking up to the last, because you had to go on a detox before you went in. Meant to do 10 days. But I've been drinking now for like, what 10 years properly?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they say, do you want to go on a detox? And I'm like, nah, I'll be all right. But they say 72 hours. So on the Friday, I got in on the Monday. On the Friday, I'm down in vodka, I'm doing beers, pass out, drunk, woke up, stinking hangover. But I know the next day, I can't have a drink till the, ever again.
That's it, yeah.
So
the
next morning, I'm like, all right, I'm a little bit hangover. But normally I'd have a beer. So I can't have a beer. Mum's like, Mum's got me in the house. I weren't in the house. She didn't trust me in the house at the time, but she's got me in the house. Wouldn't leave me for the whole time until she dropped me off at that gate. So that Saturday night, I'm in bed going like all the shakes, the detox shakes, sweating.
Yeah.
And that, oh my God, that alone was enough for me to go, right, this is
harming you.
Oh, mate. And this lasted for a week, them shakes. But when you're drunk, you don't dream. You pass out.
Yeah.
So we're in there and I didn't talk in any of the meetings, nothing, because my bottom lip used to go. Like,
is it like the films and that with the AA meetings?
Yeah.
Like,
So is it like with one person and they're all in a circle?
Yeah, in a circle and that,
Like, so they're talking and they're talking about, and it helps. So it started helping. And then in the actual house, you're with 4 people. And on the first week or something like that, you have to tell your life story. So when you get that out in the open, and what you've actually, why you're until the day, up to the day that you're in there.
Yeah.
So you all tell that and then you think, fuck me, this geezer's been through it. This geezer's been through it. And then it's more like,
you connect,
yeah. So then it comes to the second, third week of the rehab and I start sort of talking, but bottom lips going in the meetings. In the third week, start getting my dreams back. And then one of them, I'm dreaming and it's so clear, it was ridiculous because this house was in like a gated thing. So it's like big gates on this house. And in the dream, my dad's at the end of the gate and I'm walking out. And I'm like, I woke up and I'm like, gone.
Yeah. You're literally walking towards your dad.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. So I woke up from that. And then even in my head, I knew I was doing it. Seeing that was like, yeah.
I'm on the right.
That's enough. Yeah, this is enough. Yeah.
So I've done the thing and the boys wasn't too sure what they was coming out to, all of that. But I knew I could have all of this good, the missus that I rode with, my mum, my family, my brother, all my friends are there because they know that what I can do.
Yeah.
You
still chat to any of the people you met in there?
I
The way you said the boys.
I do it, and it is a friends for life thing, but when you do come out, it's more, not more so, it's more like they have their lives, but when you're in addiction and stuff, you have your own blips and stuff. And if someone else has a blip, in early stage, I'm not able to say to you what to do or nothing. Like, it's hard.
Yeah,
like, and if you're listening to someone, you're thinking, fuck me, you're an alcoholic anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, yeah.
So I don't really get involved, but I'll always be there to listen on the phone.
Okay,
stuff like that. But it is hard.
Do you feel like you were supported in that time?
Oh, mate. Massive, like. But then you can differentiate, whatever the words are.
Yeah, I like
using big words here.
Hey, this guy, that sofa on the way in.
You don't know them.
Yeah, it's the sofa. He's reading books on the sofa, getting them home.
So, I forgot what I was saying now.
You said you feel supported.
Yeah, did you feel supported? Yeah.
Yeah, so I did, and then you realise who is there to support you. Because you're in there, you're locked away, but you get your phone for an hour, and then people that text you every week, are you coming for a beer or you Viggy? They've gone in a week.
Yeah.
Then you're getting the people that care more. Then you're talking to the people. Then you whistle it down to the people you want to talk to. And then you sort of know. And then I've come out. What's it called? I'm fit. I went in the gym every day there. Like I said, I was walking around the streets and that. And it was just mental. Put on a stone and a bit in there. Like I was skinny. Come out. They've all been supportive. Back in playing football. Back coaching with Concord.
Okay, so you obviously you were at Concord.
Yeah.
Gone in 28 days.
Yep.
So, club. Were you at Concord this time?
Yeah.
Because this is our day, right?
Yeah, this is recent. Yeah.
Club miss him?
Yeah, we missed him. Yeah, he's a play. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. No, do you know why? Because we all knew he was going in.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it was a thing where we knew he would tell us, but we knew as well, and it was a thing where everyone just wanted him to like go and do it and come out, like because brother, you're a big part of the team. We need you, innit? So go and do what you need to do and come back. And it's funny because when we got our first win, which was long overdue, this guy put something in the group here, like he was just buzzing for us. Like, obviously, we're like, just hurry up and come back. Like, but nah, he was missed, man.
That sounds good. Okay, all right. So you've come out coaching, yeah.
So no, one of the coaches left in there. They got like a full-time gig or whatever, so he had to go. So then they're talking about getting coaches in or whatever. And I just said, look, I've got a football brain as well. I'm not like thingy, but I want to try it, like see what's happening. I've done it, and first session, I'm like shitting it. I'm like, I know football, I'm shitting it. Like, but then but you think of it from their point of view. Like managers think, oh, the boys ain't gonna like this. I ask Carl, I go to him, was that all right? Was that all right? But you got to ask their opinion. As a player, a lot of coaches don't ask your opinion, or they don't ask you if it's right, and you think, then you go talk to the other lads. That was good.
Yeah. You've seen it from the player side.
The coaches. I'll be real. Everyone was like, about time, like kind of thing. No disrespect to like other coaches or whatever, but when he came in, it was like, you know how we want to play, like it's not a thing, like so it was.
So they give me the opportunity to go to Riyadh as well. So they was like. So they basically give me an ultimatum as well. They said, look, we can see you're in a bad way. We want you here, but if you don't go to this, we can't have you.
Yeah.
So that's another thing where I was like, I know what I can have if I do this. So I had so much that could happen if I'd just done this. And I say just done this, it's been fucking brutal, mate.
Yeah,
like it was horrible. Yeah. And every day is a struggle in terms of when people say every day's a struggle, and you used to think, you just deal with it. But no, it's hard, and you have hard days. But then you think why you're doing it, what you can have, your future you can have, just from making the right choices. A lot of the stuff that I took out of it is just be honest and truthful, because I lied, and I was good at lying as an addict. Like I would lie straight to your face. And go do exactly the other things the next day. The opposite, and I lost everything from it. Like the missus, my mum, my dad, my brother, my mates. Yeah. And now I've come out of there, and that's the biggest thing that I've took. If I tell you honestly what I've done or what I'm doing, and I'm truthful about it, what can be the worst things that's going to happen? You're not going to like it.
Yeah. You know, funny you say that, because that's what I was thinking. Is it down, do you think, to like the pressure that you were under, almost like the people pleasing a little bit, like everyone's riding on you, everyone's kind of got these huge expectations on your shoulders, you know what I'm saying? You're kind of carrying your family, everyone's got the hopes, because it's been on you for such a long time from when you were young, do you know what I'm saying? Do you think it's all that pressure building up, and then almost the fear that you might not live up to it? What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. I think then like I said, it gets to that stage where you start lying to make yourself look good, when the people that know you are like, we know you're doing wrong. Like, we know what you're doing. Yeah. So you're just like lying, and they still deal with it because they love you. It got to a stage where, gets to a stage where enough's enough. Like there's only so much they can help you with. Like lost the missus. Lost mum, lost dad, like I said. But then I've come out. The best thing I can do for my dad now is take every day and do the things that I've said I'm going to do, because everyone on Canvey, you know how tight it is. If I sneeze at one end of the island, people know. So everyone's on it for me, and you go to people on Canvey now, they go, look at you, like, well done. Yeah. But you sort of wish Dad was there to see it, but you know that he's looking down, and
100%.
That dream says it all, though.
100%.
What advice would you give someone that is like in a similar position to yourself? So what advice would you give them if they were going through something like Like you're going through. That you was going through.
It sounds a bit cliche, and I'll go against that cliche a little bit, but just like be honest and ask for the help.
Yeah.
But I know that's bullshit because it's not bullshit in terms of
Just turned it around.
just ask for the help.
Yeah.
It's not that
For
easy.
1 second, I've just had fucking a line of gear or a beer.
Yeah.
I'm listening to you trying to preach to me, and I'm thinking about that beer that's in my cupboard at home.
Yeah.
Like, so it is fucking hard to ask for help. And to be fair, like I just said, people just say ask for help. I didn't ask for the help until I asked and I had ultimatums.
Yeah.
So hopefully the advice bit would be, you've got people around you that love you enough to go, as brutal as it sounds, you do this or you're fucked off. Like, you ain't part of this.
Yeah.
My missus done it, my mum done it, my brother done it.
But where's things at with like your mum and your brother now?
My mum and my brother, I'm back at my mum's house.
Sick.
I just started slowly back with my missus again.
Sick.
And her 2 kids, my brother, my friends. And it's day by day, but I say to them, and I'm honest with them, like, this is what I'm doing. No one of them situations is going to change what I'm doing. And if people don't want to fit around that and me being honest, that's up to them.
Yeah.
But I need to be happy with the people that I love and be around the people that I love. And any situation, whereas if it was bad, good, not good for me, good for me, I know what was good and bad for me now, sober and thingy, and I know what I want around me and in my life. And if I'm stick to what I'm doing, they can accept that because they're worried. I get people are worried about what can happen.
Yeah.
But if I know I'm going to stick to this sober Bill, and that's all I need to do in my personal thing is stick to being sober, go into work, go into football.
Yeah.
And that's what works for me.
And let me ask you a question as well, because I know sometimes, like, since you've been talking, I've been sometimes trying to put myself in your shoes, and I'm thinking. And funny enough, I was speaking to my son about something really similar. The word is accountability. So I was saying to him, like, it's really important sometimes that you tell people things, not just for them to know, but to hold yourself accountable. And similar to what Kel just said about what advice would you have and that. But the real question, I guess I'm asking, why have you come on here? What's the message? Like, what do you think people can gain from, like, your experiences? Like, people listening now, what do you think they can get from
I want them to gain. If they're young players, we've got a young lad at West Ham. So I say to Mason, our keeper, who's young, I say, look at me now. Look what I've been through in terms of drink, drugs, and losing my friends. You're waking up in the morning and going to do a sport that you love and everyone in the world watches. Or you can go on a building site, graft, no disrespect to that, but I'm doing that now, grafting. I get up every morning and think, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
But while they're there young, just do what you can to enjoy football.
Yeah.
Like I say it to the lads that when I'm coaching now, enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're there to enjoy football, but just enjoy your life. Like,
listen, hindsight's a beautiful thing. What would you have done differently, if anything?
Wouldn't have gone in that young.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't have gone in that. You think, I've been at an academy since I was 6.
Yeah.
It's 25 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just so young. And like you say, you're in that bubble of this footballer. And I did have a big name. And I did have a big name in the game. And the boys that come out, like John Joes were massive, Wilshires were massive. They come out and you look at them and you think, you must have some strong head, mate.
Yeah.
The stuff they was getting chucked was 10 times more what I was getting chucked.
Yeah.
And it's just, like you said, what advice would be, you got to stick with the people you love and trust. Keep your circle small.
Yeah.
And just be honest with people. From my point of view, I know it's easier said than done. Like I said, I'm not contradicting or whatever, but I was the biggest liar, so I know that side. I'm not just saying that side I don't know.
Yeah.
I know I've been there, I've lied to everybody. I've stole off people, stuff like that.
But I think that's why you're best placed to give that advice.
Yeah. You actually been there.
It's one of them ones where, funny enough, you drop some real gems because what you're saying is a lot of what I say to my son, and that honesty thing is one of the most important things. Because I think people underestimate how hard it is to be honest.
Oh, mate.
It's tough, isn't it? Let's be honest. But because it's easier to hide behind a character or pretend. And So yeah.
And the
I
honesty
respect
thing,
that.
like what, like me and my missus drying again, my mum and that. But I was honest with my mum. I was like, look, so I talked to my missus again. It might have triggered stuff in the past where I went off the rails, but then that was a lot down to me as well. It's a lot down to her. But since speaking to her again, it's been, if I'm honest and open and lay everything on the table with you, but I'm honest, whatever I say to you that you don't like, you got to deal with it. And if you can't deal with that, we can't work.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest and tell my mum that, tell my brother that, tell my missus that, tell my friends this, everyone knows them.
Yeah.
Then they can act around what they want to act around.
They can make decisions upon
Exactly. But I know that I'm doing everything in my power to stick to what I've said. And if I do that, then it's out of your hands. But at least you can go sleep at night going, yeah, I've told him that, I've told him that. And I'm not going, what lie did I tell?
Yeah, hey, mate. That's the hardest thing. You have to,
keep the lie.
Remember.
Keep the lie going.
Remember a lie.
Stop trying these whispers in your own head.
Yeah. It's like,
did
it's
I
tough
say
to
this
remember what it said.
or
Yeah.
this? Oh, no, I said
That's
this.
what someone said. Yeah, when you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Like, you don't need a good memory. Right, that's amazing. All right, yeah. All right, we I don't know how long we've been talking. It's just like I've just been so zoned in.
I got a few questions, but I was proper zoned in.
Yeah,
I got more football related questions.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's get back to that.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Hey,
funny you say back to that. This is all football.
Yeah.
And I know I've mentioned my son a few times in this, but it's really interesting how obviously when he was younger and that, what we spoke about was football. Since he's turned a certain age now, you hardly talk about football. It's more about the mental side. It's more about discipline. It's more about attitude. So all those things. Because I think he's starting to see it now that those are the things that kind of keep you there. Yeah, I think maybe the football gets you there, but
those
all
things,
of those things, they kind of keep you there. Yeah, so yeah, no, you say get back to the football, but this is very much a part of football, man. Very much part of
Anyone affected by this?
Oh, it might need one of them disclaimers. Yeah, because honestly, I think
people that are going through this, they may find it hard, but you know, there's help out there.
Yeah,
there is help out there.
Yeah,
and times are real different.
Yeah,
unfortunately, like because it could have benefited probably you at that time, but yeah, there is people out there.
Wait, who are the people? Are we just saying there's people out there? We got no one to point. Hey, who are the
there's help.
Frank, talk to Frank.
There's help.
Is it Frank?
Yeah. There's helplines everywhere. You just go online and there's 24 hours meetings so Zoom meetings, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Go online, type in AA meeting online.
Yeah.
And you'll get a 24-hour meeting. You can go on any time and you can just talk, listen. At the start, like I said, I'd go on there and just listen, hour. But when I was thinking, I need a beer, I go, jump on. But the time you think you've that hour or 20 minutes, like I said to my mum and missus and brother and that, and my best mate, the time you think of having a beer, you pick up the phone and go, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
You have a chat for 20 minutes about nothing, what have you done in a day, but that 20 minutes, that little urge that you wanted might have and hopefully has gone away. And that's what it works for me. But the meetings are always online. And if you've ever played a game in the Football League, for the footballers, if you ever played a game in the Football League, I think it's the PFA.
PFA,
yeah. You can call the PFA anytime, helplines.
Yeah, you touched upon that before. Is that how they helped you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've been massive for me and they're brilliant. So that's what I'd say. Any advice, there's always help there. But like I said, you've got to be able to one. You're the one that has to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there is help out there, and if you need help, you can ask for it for anyone.
That's big. Thanks, man.
Well, you said you had a few questions.
Football questions. Like this guy's played for. He's played for every club in the country.
Let's hear it.
What's going on here?
Let's hear it.
I got a few. Who is the best footballer you've played with or played against? How's it?
Right.
This must be.
There's a few, mate.
Yeah.
There's so many.
You could do top 3 if you want.
So, keeper was Pickford for me because he was in my youth team. I won't go for the team, but I mean, like, Pickford, mate. We used to do possession drills. We had 3 keepers. He'd be the magic man.
Oh, you're joking.
Was he a joke? Technically,
that good
he was the magic man.
Yeah, that's mad.
I was the 10 and he was playing magic man.
That's mad.
That good on the ball.
He's led. But that made him what he is today, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's technically so good, but he's so comfortable because you know how tight them possessions are.
Yeah.
And he's in there just bopping it. So him, Josh, obviously, he's my boy, so I've got to put him in there. McEachran.
But I want reasons. I'll break it down. What did he
This
have?
geezer he could keep the ball in the phone box.
Okay.
One of them.
Yeah.
And the through passes, just like I always say to the wingers, if when the wingers are there, that run in there, if I'm looking there, I'm passing in between the centre half of it. Like, he would look at you and it would be threaded.
Yeah.
Like, and he was just the nicest kid ever as well. So
Yeah.
you couldn't even get angry with him when you give the ball away, but he'd never give the ball away anyway.
Yeah.
So Wilshere was obviously up there. Our team was good. So Wilshere, he was scary because he was playing in Arsenal's first team member.
Yeah.
So he's played like the Emirates Cup when he was 16, and then he'd come away with us.
Yeah.
And this geezer just played on TV.
Was he like, what?
His legs,
phasing him?
his legs, one of his legs were this big. One leg.
Like proper chunk.
Yeah, he's a man.
Yeah.
Like a man. And over like 10, 15 yards, he was rapid and he was strong.
Yeah.
Like, he was doing like gym sessions at England. We'd obviously all go with like the fitness guy. He was doing gym sessions that like Wenger's trainer had given on his own and that. Like, he was mad, mate. But he was ledge. Kakuta, the technique. He trained with the first team.
What was it? Was he a finisher? Was he a creator?
No.
What
What?
was he?
Skillfulest guy ever.
I heard this, but I never really saw it.
So
Go on YouTube.
no,
Yeah?
yeah, YouTube's scary. So they have the 4-goal game. You know, where you have like the little goals.
Yeah.
So he's training with the first team. Must have been only like 19 or something. He's gone over and he's training with the first team. So they've got all the defenders, the Portuguese right back.
Paulo Ferreira.
Yeah. The more I remember it, it goes up to the goal. He's dribbling up to the goal. I think he's done a madness anyway. He's gone up to the goal. He's gone to shoot. Ferreira's just gone, sliding in. He's rolled it with the bottom. Just flicks it in and just run off like it was nothing. All of the youth team boys on the sideline, like, ah! But it's like, that sort of, he was a joke.
What happened with him? How come he didn't really
I
hit the
think,
heights?
I think the London life got him, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
you think?
The London life, like them foreigners that come over.
Yeah.
They
Go
was
to the clubs and that.
stupid though. They was going out up London and London life got him.
Yeah.
But him, as you're going on, the best to played against was, who couldn't I get near? Dembele.
Oh, yeah.
He was scary. But I only played against him 30 minutes. So you can't really say. But like,
You kind of know something.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a few up there, man. There's a few.
You got that. That's mad.
Nah, that's
Some names.
I gotta say to the people at Sunderland as well, the club is ledge, mate.
Yeah.
And in the first team, I think because it was a good core English group, Catamol was unbelievable with all of us lot.
Yeah.
Bardsley, Bramble.
Was Catamol a baller?
Yeah, mate.
I can imagine him
We
being.
talk about this.
Everyone just sees him as a
As a
hard
destroyer,
man tackler,
yeah.
yeah.
I always say this, and Henderson was a joke. I said when Henderson trained, I used to go back to Canvas to get haircuts like sometimes and that. So you go in the shop and they're Liverpool fans, and I'm like, when the talks was Hendo going to Liverpool, I was like, he'll be the captain and he'll be the next England captain.
Oh, you said
Because at 20 or 21, he'd be training with the first team. He'd be one of them. Go around in 2 laps.
Yeah.
He'd be with a fitness guy at the front. Everyone's going, you're busy.
Yeah.
He was like
his head was on it. Yeah. Do you remember I told you I saw him at a club one time in Newcastle?
Yeah.
Like, he did not want to be there.
No.
Like, he was obviously dragged out. He sat down the whole night, and it's silly of me to say, but when I was looking over him, his head was somewhere else. He was in football.
So this is a little quick story. So we had to do jobs at Sunderland. So like hoover the boot room or what, you have different, clean the boots, it'd be like that. So they'd always tell the story. In the boot room, all the boys used to just get the brush, go up to the brush, and dustpan. Hendo would go up to the cleaner, say, "Can I have your hoover?" And go and get every grain of grass. One of them ones, just mentally, whatever he done, he done right.
Yeah.
And I said he would be England captain, and he's one of the nicest blokes. Like, ledge. He was ledge. But Catamol, if you went over as a young lad and you trained in the rondos, you're getting folded until you earn his respect. And I mean folded. I only earned his respect. Like, I don't even remember them little clips. So I got his respect when it's gone up in the air and he's come tight to me, but he's gone to fold me. And as I've gone to like head it, just let it go and quiffed him.
Yeah.
And then that's when he went, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But before that, mate, I used to get folded. Folded. But he just pick you up and go, right, son.
Yeah. He loved to tackle.
He did love a tackle. Nah, that's sick.
And the best against was Hazard.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah,
It has to be,
innit?
Yeah, the geezer. He didn't lose the ball.
Yeah, has to be. And he was
effective,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, but yeah.
Ironically, he said his hardest opponent was Kyle Walker.
Oh, Hazard.
And then Walker said his hardest opponent was Hazard. It's weird.
I can see that. So we got this thing where we had a guest on last episode,
Yes.
and he's kind of left a gem of advice. So I want to do this thing where we keep it going, just link it up and that. So I'm gonna give you his gem of advice, and then see how you can relate to it. And then I want you, obviously, you've given it a bit of advice, but I want you to just leave something for the next guest that I can drop to them. So, his gem of advice was, don't play for the team, play for the manager. Do you agree with that? How can you relate to that? Have you ever done that?
Wait,
like,
can I say something?
Yeah.
It's so mad because I think I know what his answer's gonna be.
Yeah?
Yeah, but yeah.
Should we? No, don't. You can't say it then because
because then he might.
I want to know now.
Yeah.
I promise you, I'll tell you what I think you're gonna say.
So what did he say? Don't play for the team.
Play for the manager.
If you can't relate, you can't relate.
Yeah, it's a good one. But I'm one of them. You're in the trenches with the boy next to you.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nah.
No, you can disagree with it fully.
No, I don't. Not fully.
Yeah.
Because Keith is picking a team.
Yeah.
But no, like on the pitch, this is what I was trying to say to like the boys at thinking. You're in the trenches together. You're gonna want that geezer. I'm gonna want him jumping. And to be fair, he's the first one in. I said to the miss on the way up, he's the first one in.
Is he the first one in?
Yeah, like,
no, wait.
He's in.
No, he's in when there's a like something going on, a bit of like barging and a bit of beef and that. But is he in on the pitch?
Yeah.
This guy, he doesn't believe in me. He doesn't believe in me. It's
but
fine.
No.
Just
So that bit of, that little bit of, what about fight for the badge on the front and people remember the name on the back?
Oof, I like that.
Do you know what's so mad? Is I thought he would go and say, play for the team.
I'll play for the team.
I
Yeah?
thought he would.
Is
say
that because he's that sort of character? He's that sort of guy? Yeah.
Like I'll be honest. I like Concord as a club. Like I've always said that I like Concord. For someone to like him more than he loves Concord.
I love that.
No,
yeah.
he loves Concord.
love that,
like
yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
like it means something to him. Like
Yeah,
it
that's
means something.
kind of like a local team, isn't it?
Yeah, like
Canvey and
Concord was my brother's assistant at Canvey. So my dad's actually getting asked. My mum's asking them to be spread on Concord's pitch
Really?
and Canvey's pitch.
Oh wait, who did Dad support?
No, my dad played for both and managed at both. So
Mate, flipping hell.
yeah, so you play for the name, play for the badge on the front, and people remember the name on the back.
That's the next one. Play for the badge on the front. People remember the name on the back.
Hey,
Sick.
what a show, man.
I like that. Okay, well, yeah. I've enjoyed that thoroughly, man. I
Thanks
think
for coming, man.
No, thanks for having me. It's been brilliant.
No, it's been
honestly.
sick, man. Dare I say one of my favorite shows? I don't want to offend anyone else, but no, honestly, it was just insightful, man. Like the journey that you've been on. I just feel, do you know what it is? I think personally to me, obviously having a son in the academy system, it's really impactful to see somebody that experienced it all the way through. And like, fair play to you. This is the first time I'm actually meeting you. Like, just coming across as a great person. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, those experiences definitely shape you. I think it's been a sick show.
If you ever need any advice or anything, just give me a buzz.
Bro,
I think he's got my number.
I'll be calling you every night, man. Don't worry about that.
It's all right, anything. Honestly,
I got this
Nah,
guy. I
sick,
messaged
man.
him
someone
every
else.
night.
I took that out as well. If you can help someone else, then
Yeah,
I'm here. Just I might not give the right advice or what you want to hear,
Nah,
but
yeah,
I'll give
sick.
my
that's it.
Honest
man.
opinion. Yeah.
Amazing, sick. Yeah, it's been one league.
That's a wrap. One league.
one league.
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. It's good, man.